freedom to trust the bigger picture in your life, angels, possibly create a space for inspiration, be willing to think about things differently. That and so many more ways, angels, that you're able to think outside the box. I am Heather Buzzard, a Buzzard's Corner of Love, bringing people back to themselves, where we uplift and inspire you to become who you truly came here to be. Angels, we are glad that you are here with us, and we hope that you had a safe and wonderful holiday here in the USA. We celebrated the 4th of July just last weekend, so we say thank you to all of those who served in our military and continue to serve in our military. Angels, we put a post on our YouTube channel here about freedom. If you'd like to get more in depth about experiencing freedom in your life, you're more than welcome to visit our YouTube, join our community, like, subscribe to our channel. Angels, get this information out to more people. So, here on this channel, Angels, we always have our favorite drink before we start our show. So, grab your favorite drink. Today I'm drinking sweet tea. Love my sweet tea. Our theme of the month, Angels, is freedom because of the 4th of July. So we decided to have that for our theme of the month. And in that theme of the month, today we're going to talk about freedom. The definition of freedom is to act, think, or speak without being oppressed. So knowing that is the definition, that we can act, think, or speak without being oppressed, then we have freedom. Freedom to think our thoughts, freedom to behave in the manner that we choose to, and the freedom to express ourselves as we choose to. And knowing that we can take that on a spiritual level as well. So I say to you, in what ways are you using your freedom? Or do we have freedom? You may say, well, what do you mean? Well, I'll let you know. The world is negative, which is why we are reminded to be in this world, angels, yet we aren't to be of this world because the world is so negative. So the world is negative, and we and our egos tend to get caught up in the world via social media, the news, drama, gossip, church groups, social groups, people that we meet, friends, communities, all these ways we get caught up into the unnecessary drama of the world. And that is one way that we can limit our freedom, by getting our thinking and our negativity caught up with all of the drama. I tell you, I've just been taking glimpses at the politics, and it boggles my mind how much drama and negativity is in that just alone. So if a person follows that consistently, their peace of mind, they don't have peace of mind. I guarantee you on that. The other one is bondage, physical bondage, emotional bondage, mental bondage, spiritual bondage. Angels, where do you find yourself in bondage in your life, wherever it may be? Whether it be in your relationships, whether it be in your jobs, your thoughts, with your friends, with yourself, where may you be in bondage? We celebrated freedom last weekend. This entire country, millions of people concentrated on that one thought of freedom, the fireworks and all of that. Yet, do we really have freedom? Captivity. Be unable to act freely. Meaning, you may be captive in your conversations. You may be captive with certain people that you hang around. You may be held captive in your employment, in your job situation. So truly, is that freedom, angels? Oppression. Being controlled or treated unjustly by others. We are watching a government trying to oppress people in this country. So we see what oppression does. Is that true freedom? And like I said, last weekend, this entire country celebrated freedom. Or did we really? Or was it just a tradition, something that we've always done without giving any thought? Imprisonment, being confined or restricted. That's not just being in a physical place, angels. Imprisonment can be in our mind. We can be imprisoned in our homes. People who have the dis-ease of, what do they call that, clutter, that collect a lot of things, can be imprisoned in their homes. People of obesity can be imprisoned in their homes. So imprisonment, do we really have freedom? Are we truly experiencing freedom? Control, allowing external forces or fear of circumstances to control your life, i.e., the government, politics. Do they control your life? We just celebrated last weekend freedom of this country. Yet, do you truly experience freedom in your life? I'm asking you these questions, angels, because self-reflection is the only way that we change. I know for me, in order to break my shame and reclaim my identity, I needed to claim my freedom. And I needed to ask myself these same questions that I'm asking you. And I needed to sit with them and really, really digest that. Because this part of my life is a closed chapter, it's a story. And that's all it is. Yet, if we aren't willing to really ask ourselves if we desire freedom to move forward in life, then we won't allow ourselves to break our shame, break our chains, and get out of our imprisonment and allow ourselves to truly move forward. And you can buy my book, Breaking Shame, Reclaiming My Identity, at Amazon.com, Angels. It's a book that will uplift and inspire you, I guarantee it. So, again, I ask you, this country celebrated fireworks, celebrations, fairs, all kinds of ways to experience, celebrating the freedom of this country. Yet I just listed ways in which we as people keep ourselves limited, not only in our thinking, yet in our environments, in our work situations, in family, in our home life, in our friendships. So one thing that I personally value in my life, angels, is freedom. And that is the freedom for me to be, do, and have whatever it is that I choose to be, do, and have. And the only way that I can experience that is by sitting with myself and asking myself these same questions, because I'm not perfect and I can get caught up in a space of imprisonment. In fact, I'll share an example. This is 2026. I had my heart surgery in 2024. My mother passed away in 2023. In 2021, 2022, angels, I held myself in a space of imprisonment. I held myself in my house. I didn't socialize. I did continue doing my YouTube shows, and I did continue going to meditation at my church. But outside of those two things, I did not do that. I was in my consciousness and in my mind. I was in a holding space, and it was a negative space. Yet, like I said, I still did my shows and I still went to meditation. And that is what saved me, that support. Yet when my mother passed, that pushed me to get up out of that negative space. And so my whole point is that it is a choice to be free. And coming up out of that space, I didn't have to. I chose to go through open heart surgery, physical healing, spiritual healing, mental healing, changing my thinking, changing my self-worth. Because back then in 2021, angels, I was in a space where I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel confident as I am today. And I worked through all of that by asking myself these same questions. And at that time, I was in a space where I was trying to control something or somebody. I was trying to control an outside force. I was in a space where I was thinking limited, where I only thought I could be, do, or have this certain piece of life. I was in a space of imprisonment in my mind, angels, because of that experience that I went through. I also held myself in bondage, emotionally and mentally. I held myself in bondage. I was captive to myself under the idea that I had to be this way. I oppressed myself as well, angels. So, do we really have freedom? Do we? I'm asking you this because I myself experienced the exact opposite of freedom. Yet it takes courage, determination, and the willingness to get up out of that freedom if you so choose to. And here in society, the world will reward you being negative. In fact, victim consciousness is very popular. We have a president that has victim consciousness. It is very popular to be a victim in this country. Yet it isn't true freedom. And again, I say this entire country of the United States of America celebrated freedom, fireworks, fairs, gatherings, barbecues, all of that. Yet, are we really free? Something to think about, angels. Because freedom gives us the ability to automatically live, to make decisions, to make choices without having to be concerned about what other people think about us. And I tell you, that's one of the reasons why I love being bald and shaving my head this way, because people expect me to show up in a certain way. Yet freedom, not having to do my hair and go out and buy hair and keep up with the latest styles and all that, it's freedom. I tell you, freedom in being able to be peace of mind, to go to bed at night and sleep in peace of mind, angels. That is freedom. Where do you have that in your life? Where are you experiencing that on a continuous basis in your life? Truth, love, inner wisdom guides you towards that freedom. We all have an inner voice. And once we truly understand and believe that the universe is for us and never against us, then we won't have to ever be concerned about wondering if we are loved. And in knowing that the universe supports us, we can trust that inner voice that we hear. And I guarantee you, angels, the more that you act on that inner voice and you look back at your life, the more you're able to trust it and say, okay, that is my friend. And another key, angels, is making friends with your ego. How many of us make friends with our ego? Earth guide only. It's here to guide us. It's here to protect us. Yet we have such unhealthy egos. And again, we have a great example of that via our President of the United States. He has a very unhealthy ego. So in knowing that, do you choose for your ego to get as unhealthy as that example, or do you choose peace of mind? And I also do believe, angels, that man is here to show humanity itself. We have become so consumed with money, materialistic items, we have lost faith, belief, trust in a higher power. We have come to believe that we are that higher power. And let me tell you, when that happens, Spirit will come in and knock us down off our pedestals. I've seen it with my own eyes. That's why I tell my angels, don't ever put me on a pedestal, ever, because I'm just like you. Walking through life, putting one foot in front of the other. The only difference is I testify and use my life as a personal example. That's it. So again, angels, freedom. Do you choose freedom in your life? And if you do, there's an exercise that you're able to do. And one of the exercises that you can do, angels, is get a piece of paper and a pencil, put a line down between, list where you are now and what it is you choose to have. And then once it's on paper, you can actually see where you are in your mind, and writing things down on paper gives you the ability where you can't hide from yourself anymore. And this takes courage, it takes strength, it takes determination, and it takes a willingness to be free. We all say we choose to be free. We all say we choose peace of mind. Yet, do we really choose to work towards that? We have to work towards it. And I'm blessed that I started my spiritual path at 18. I didn't have a clue as to what I was doing at that age. And I stepped on that path thinking it would take a year for me to change and life would be all great and perfect. Angels, 38 years later, I'm still on this path. Thank you, God, that I didn't know what I was doing then, because this spiritual path has saved my life. Again, I wouldn't be standing here in a space of peace, light, love, and joy if it weren't for spiritual principles, listening to the laws of the universe, and choosing freedom in my life. So, do you choose to be free or do you choose oppression? Do you choose to be free or do you choose imprisonment? Do you choose to be free or do you choose to control other people and circumstances which you have no control over? Do you choose to be free or do you choose bondage, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual? Ask yourself that. Do you choose freedom or do you choose to be held captive, whether it be by social media, government, relationships, wherever it may be? Do you choose freedom or do you choose oppression? Oppressing yourself in your thoughts, in your life, in your consciousness? Because let me tell you, angels, victim consciousness may get you attention. And I used to come from that space growing up. I was the drama queen. And I used that victim consciousness to be the center of attention in my family, in school, in the center, in the circle of my friends. And let me tell you, it got me nowhere. I was angry, upset, disappointed, hurt, had a whole lot of pride, which is nothing but a bruised ego. And I tell you, angels, it took me a long time to unravel that and to be in this space that I'm in today. And I would rather be in this space right here today in peace and in joy and in freedom. Again, our country just celebrated freedom. And also, angels, by having 3.5 million people or so focused on that one thought of freedom, that energy doesn't dissipate, it still lingers. So it will touch you whether you know it or not, subconsciously or consciously aware of it. It will touch you. And you'll begin to ask yourself, do I have real freedom? In fact, our society is questioning itself, and it's only when we question ourselves that we can truly move forward. And humanity, collective humanity, needs to move forward together. So the man in government as the president is really asking us, is this who we choose to be? I personally say no, because I'm a woman of faith, trust, and belief, and I have a relationship with God. It isn't about a church, and it isn't about religion. It's about relationship. And when you have that relationship with spirit angels, freedom is there, because spirit is freedom. And that is a God-given right. It isn't something that any other human being can give you, award you, or tell you that you're free. You are already born free in spirit. So knowing that our theme of the month is freedom, again, I ask you, do you really choose to be free? Because if you do choose to be free, take that idea, thought, whatever it may be, that you choose to be free from, hold that in your mind, and we're going to pray. Taking a deep breath. Taking another. Taking a third deep breath, angels. Fourth deep breath. And this fifth deep breath represents the fifth dimension that we are now currently moving into or have moved into. Taking this deep breath. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for this day, this space, and this opportunity right here, right now that we've all had to come together to remember who we are and whose we are, knowing that there's only one power, one presence active in our life, spirit, and in this world, and that is the all-loving goodness of you, Spirit. We know that freedom is our God-given right. So we say yes to freedom. We say yes to the idea that we're holding in our consciousness. And we say thank you, Spirit, for helping us have that idea come into fruition. We say thank you for guidance, for our angels, for our ancestors, for all those who are leading us in the unseen realms. We say thank you for our trust, for our faith, for our belief, growing stronger within ourselves. We say thank you for self-confidence. We say thank you for self-trust. We say thank you for knowing that we know that the I am God is, we are one. We say yes to our Christ Spirit coming forth as we say yes to loving ourselves, knowing that as we love ourselves, we are able to love each other. God, we release these words into the universe and all ideas that were held in consciousness unto you, knowing that it is done, and so it is. Thank you, Spirit. Angels, it is totally, totally up to you. Do you choose freedom? Again, this country celebrated 3.5 million people. Happiness, fireworks, all of that. So are you truly free in your life? Next week, angels, you can join us for Meditation Tuesday. Lay your burdens down. That's right. Lay your burdens down, angels, and join us for Meditation Tuesday and allow the universe to work for you. That's freedom in itself. Allowing the universe to work for you and laying your burdens down. Meditation Tuesday, angels. I love that. That's next Tuesday right here at Buzzard's Corner of Love. We may be on no, I don't know about that. Because now that I'm in this Los Angeles Urban League class, now that I don't know if I'll be on the road for that one. Yet we will be on the road. We will be on the road. So, angels, join us next week for Freedom Meditation. Lay your burdens down. That's next Tuesday right here on this channel. Like, subscribe, share with others. Angels, you can go to our website, buzzardscorner.com, BUZZARDSKORNER, Buzzards Corner with a K.com. And you can pick up my book, Breaking Shame, Reclaiming My Identity, from that website or off Amazon.com. And also over there, angels, I've got my, you can sign up for our coaching packages. We have coaching packages over there as well. If you'd like to get on our email list, angels, you can sign up at breakingshame.com. That's our email list for that. In the meantime, in between time, angels, like, subscribe to our channel. Check out our posts. We put up some new videos over the weekend. Check them out. Share that with others. I tell you, angels, I love you. I'm grateful and appreciative of all of you who come and stay at this channel. Buzzard's Corner of Love is here to uplift, inspire, and encourage you to move forward in life. This is a time of remembering, angels. We have the opportunity. We are witnessing a new life come into play. The children are born of a new energy, and knowing that children are born of a new energy, we have new opportunities and new experiences and new ways of experiencing freedom in our life if we so choose to. It is all up to you. And angels, by breaking shame or breaking any kind of shame or chains in your life, you do experience freedom. Self-sabotage, you break that, freedom. Self-limitations, you break that, freedom. Negative thinking, you break that, you have freedom in your life. I am a living example of it. So again, angels, it is all up to you. Theme of the month is freedom. We are here for you, buzzardscorner.com. You can follow us on Facebook, X, as well as like, subscribe to this channel. Next week, angels, is Freedom Meditation. Lay your burdens down. It is totally, totally up to you. Do you choose freedom? I am Heather Buzzard of Buzzard's Corner of Love, bringing people back to themselves. And so it is.